While we're talking about some of these, the clown car, I cannot tell you how excited I am at the prospect of Donald Trump, who now has 5% in the national polls in the Republican race, which puts him nearly at the top with 5%. There's, I think, now 12, 14, 15 declared candidates. He's in the top 5 with 5%, I think it is. Or top 6. Maybe the top 7. Certainly in the top half of the Republican candidates. And so at this point, he would be in the first Republican debate. How much he would savor that opportunity to get on that stage. And then I can guarantee you at one point, he will quit the race saying, you know what? I don't like this idea of even being a Republican. There'll be something that they've done that he's so disgusted by, he's going to quit because he doesn't want to hang out with a bunch of losers. It makes him look bad. That's what he's going to say. But I think he's going to run because, remember, and I've been saying this, I was on Hayes last night saying this, and I've said this for a while, the more candidates who jump into the race, Pataki jumped in yesterday, the more candidates that jump into the race on the Republican side, the less the cost of losing becomes. You're not a loser. You're just one of 15 guys who's not the Republican nominee. And that's why Pataki jumped in finally, even though nobody knows who he is at all. Like literally, the doorman in this building lived in New York his entire life. Couldn't even remember Pataki. Guy's like 50. He couldn't remember Pataki. Pataki was governor for 3 terms. That's why Pataki's running. He's just bored. He got nothing to do. And he's like, how come I was 3-term governor? Nobody knows who I am. I'm going to run for president. So Donald Trump, according to WMUR New Hampshire, will make a major announcement on June 16th at New York City's wonderful, beautiful Trump Tower.
The wonderful, the beautiful, the Trump Tower.
And then he will head to New Hampshire the next day.
That's a sign.
That's a little bit of tell. Remember, he launched an exploratory committee in March. He is now talking about ISIS. He's got a website up, I think, about taking back or making America beautiful again. I'm not sure what it is.
Oh, yeah, he trademarked Ronald Reagan's old quote.
It's going to be fantastic. Donald Trump, let me be the first to say, thank you. Thank you for running. Thank you for what you do for this country.
The weird thing is he actually is going to do pretty good compared to all the other people that are jumping in. It's pretty crazy, actually.
Oh, I love the fact that George Pataki's not even going to be a pimple on. Here's the thing. George Pataki, when Chris Christie has to drop out of the race, George Pataki becomes a very good candidate to carry like a Pete Peterson message of cutting Social Security and Medicare. And so I think he's going to have a billionaire who's going to say, George, here's $5 million. Go. I'll pay for your plane. That's it. Fly around and just talk about how you cut it.
Has there ever been this many of any party just throwing their hat in, like officially?
Presidential election?
Yeah.
I don't, not one that I can recall.